Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Yes, it's Friday, it's switch on, it's just gone 4 o'clock. I had to come out and get a few things, so I thought I'd do a pre-switch on video, just show you some of the build up and a quick walk round back through the town, and then I'll be out later on to film the initial switch on. So yeah, I mean, normally I'm amongst the crowd towards the end. I don't come out right at the beginning at 5:30 and record all the music. You know, I can record the music, but I'm going to be such a long way away from everything, you're not going to really hear or see anything properly. And so I thought, well, come down here about half an hour before switch on. But before that, I just thought I'd have a wander around and show you how things are building up, ready for the big night, one of Blackpool's biggest nights, I would think. 24,000 tickets sold, plus people like myself standing on the outside. So there's a lot of people, a lot of security, and we will just try to grab what we can, basically. But as you can see, the roads are closed already. It's 4 o'clock. Traffic's been diverted through the town, and that looks messy already. But yeah, just sort of do this, show you a quick walk round. It's dry, but my days it's windy. I think the illuminations are coming on so much now for run this and run that and for testing, that when they do come on, apart from the splendid firework display, it's well, we see the lights last week, we'd say, if that makes sense to you. But anyway, that's just my opinion. You've got to do testing and, you know, ride the lights, run the lights, ride the lights at night. It's all part of Blackpool, promoting Blackpool, showing what we do. But yeah, maybe you'll see why I won't be down here when the music starts at 5:30, because I ain't going to get near the stage. You won't be able to hear the music properly because I should be so far away. So it's just about grabbing the vibe and showing you what's going on. See, I'd normally be, I don't know if you all know where you have the sound system on the headlands. I'd normally stand there at the back for the switch on, but now with all this new boarded up, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I'm thinking later on tonight of switching, I'm going to be somewhere around this area, maybe. I don't know. Maybe the other side. We'll have to see. Let's have a wander around and look at the people. Yeah, we're just about 4:10 now.
There's no way.
You've got patience for queues and people, but this is a big one tonight, isn't it? These will be people with tickets going in. So there'll be a lot of coverage anyway. Some people will do everything tonight. YouTubers in Blackpool will do everything different, and we all do our own version. And this is an hour and a half before the music starts, this bit here. And then switch on is about 9:15. I'm going to be walking for miles down here. But I'll walk down there to the other end, and then we'll walk back through the town. It's one of them again where it's t-shirt and short weather, but my God, it's windy. Yeah, all this is not about not letting the locals and people see The tickets are free. It's purely about security, sadly. Despite what people say, I thought it was about a bit of a tourism thing and stop the locals coming, but they wouldn't do this. It's purely about the amount of people. And there'll probably be about 30 or 40,000 people on the streets with no one's had anything checked. And the state of the UK and other parts of the world at the moment, you go into a football stadium, you go into a music stadium, you go into anywhere, there's security. And we didn't have that when we have it open, and it's just how things have changed in the last 12 months that it has to be done this way. But I don't get, when I do go to the switch on, as I say, I'm just in front of the tower at the back, so I can get a good view of the switch on, and also I can get out quickly. That's what matters to me. That part I don't like is the getting out a bit. Obviously, when I lived in London, I used to go every week to watch Chelsea play as a kid and when I was older. And it was always that bit of coming out, or how you... But hopefully this has given you an idea. And this is say 4:15, and the actual switch on is not till 9:15. Obviously we've got all the music, Ollie Murs and all the other backup artists are going to be here. But yeah, and there's probably two toilets in there. They are. I don't know if you can see right back there, but I can see crowds this thick right back to Central Pier there. Yeah, so if somebody was to give me a ticket, sorry, but I'd say no thank you. That's just me, maybe I'm just old. But yeah, promenade shot on the Fridays, and the traffic's all over the place in the back of the town, which I'll show you later on. Look at this, 4:15 in the afternoon. Yeah, and it's thick, it's thick, this is a queue, and this is going right back there now. But I won't go down any further because it's going to be the same thing. The main thing I will be recording tonight is what you call the switch on. So I just wanted you to see some of these crowds. But let's walk back, divert through the town, and just see what the vibe is in the town, because there'll still be a lot of people that's arriving just to stand outside like me. That's the skies we are contending with. A lot of history to Blackpool illuminations for those that live overseas and don't know too much about Blackpool. That mainly applies to people that live overseas. But yeah, 1874 was the first lights. That's six lights. But there wasn't a proper ceremony until 1934, when they started having different people switching the lights on every year. Obviously during the war years they were off. Yeah, a lot of history, a lot of different people have switched these lights on, from TV celebrities to football stars to film stars. Tim Burton, the American film director, he switched them on with the help of Samuel L. Jackson in 2015. So yeah, a lot of people. The other American was Jane Mansfield in 1959. She switched them on. American movie actress sadly died in about 1964. Yeah, lots of pop stars, all that sort of stuff. this is really the information I'm giving now is really for people that don't live in the UK and not 100% sure what all this is about. So I apologise if I'm boring the backside off the regulars that live here and in the UK. Yeah, then in lockdown we had a thing where it had to go off for 4 weeks because we weren't allowed out and all the rest of it, and it encouraged people to go out. You were allowed to go out and exercise, as I'm sure you're aware, but probably one of the most famous switch-ons is 1977, Red Rum, a horse from the Grand National switched it on. I think somebody said just put your foot down, but yeah, a little bit of history. 1874, I'm sure I've got that right. And that was before the tower was opened. And you're going to ask me when was the tower opened. I'm thinking, oh dear, and I'm not looking it up. I think 1879. Yes, maybe some of you I should know this all correct, but I think I'm right. I don't know. Anyway, I won't bore you anymore with a bit of history. If I've got it wrong, I do apologise. I'm not Wikipedia. Oh, lots of people about in there. Not so good to see the police in about, isn't it? We'll wander up here. Yeah, I've just had to stop and look it up. The tower opened in 1894. And the first lights were about 6 lamps, which was always said to be artificial sunshine, and that was the wording that they used back in 1874. But yeah, I'll leave it here. I'm not going to go deeper and deeper into the history because it'll bore some people, but somebody will find it interesting, I'm sure. You haven't seen any traffic problems yet, but I have before I switched on, and yeah, if you can imagine what that promenade's like at tea time on a Friday, you can imagine what the back streets are like. Yeah, so what happens, 5:30 the music starts, all the different artists, and then switch on is normally between 9 and 9:15, and then basically that's when 30,000 people disappear from the town to go home. So yeah, picture that. I can barely walk at the moment still either, so I don't want to be pushed and shoved. And a lot of crowds tonight. Yeah, I don't normally do a lot of walking, talking videos now. But we're doing it today. Oh, warm now I am. As I say, there is a horrendous wind out, but t-shirts and shorts for me. No, I couldn't queue in all that, I'm afraid. Selling cowboy hats here. I don't know, you're allowed to call them cowboy hats now? Who knows? Obviously the other thing is, buses have been diverted, so we've got all temporary bus stops, as you can see there. A lot of people were eating before, coming with families, to come and eat before they go down there, so all the food outlets in Blackpool should be busy. Aberdeen Street Food Market, not very busy at the moment. But they will be later on. Yeah, and this is the top end. The phone's in the bag, but I would say it's about 4:30 now. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here, just a short walk round to show you what's going on. Around 4 PM on Friday on Switch On, and I will catch you all again a little bit later on. Hope you enjoyed this pre-walk round, and take care if you're out this evening or wherever you are. Bye bye for now.